Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, wondering if he really loves you? Not just with words or grand romantic gestures, but in the quiet, subtle ways that truly matter? Maybe you've caught yourself second-guessing his intentions, replaying conversations in your head, or overanalyzing his text messages. It's exhausting, isn't it? Here's the truth. Real love isn't always about flowers, fancy dinners, or poetic declarations. It's hidden in the smallest actions, the ones that often go unnoticed, but speak volumes about his heart. In today's video, we're diving deep into 12 things men do only for the woman they truly love. These aren't just feel-good cliches. They're powerful, genuine signs that reveal how he really feels about you. From the way he listens to you, even when you're rambling about something trivial, to the quiet sacrifices he makes just to see you smile. These are the things that separate infatuation from true commitment. If you've ever questioned his love or worried that you might be reading too much into his behavior, this video will give you the clarity you need. Because once you understand these signs, you'll never look at his actions the same way again. So, are you ready to stop guessing and start knowing? Let's decode his heart together. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Ready to find out if his love is real? Let's get started. Men and women navigate the complex world of love in beautifully different ways. Understanding how men express affection is crucial for building a meaningful, lasting connection. For men, love isn't about dramatic declarations or grand public displays. It's in the quiet, thoughtful gestures, the ones that often go unnoticed but carry profound emotional weight. In a world that celebrates flashy romantic gestures, it's easy to overlook the subtle ways men show they care. But real love is often found in the smallest acts. It's in the way he instinctively checks if you're comfortable before thinking of himself. It's in how his hand naturally finds yours in a crowded room, a gesture of protection and belonging. It's in his willingness to listen without judgment, giving you the space to be vulnerable. These simple actions aren't meaningless. They reflect a deep, unwavering devotion that words can't capture. When a man loves a woman, his actions speak louder than any poetic declaration. It's not about grandiosity. It's about consistency, thoughtfulness, and making you a priority. These quiet moments reveal his heart more deeply than any public display of affection. If you recognize these signs, know this: they're not accidental. They come from a place of genuine, unwavering love. Let's begin the journey to uncover these beautiful, meaningful expressions of love. 1. He enjoys physical contact with you. When a man truly loves a woman, his touch becomes a language of its own. It's not just about physical attraction or fleeting moments of intimacy. It's about a deep, emotional connection that words simply can't capture. For him, every touch is a way of saying, "I love you," without uttering a single word. It's more than just a hug or a kiss. It's in the way his fingers gently brush yours as you walk side by side, the way his arm naturally finds its way around your shoulders when you're watching TV, or how he instinctively reaches for your hand in crowded places, as if to remind you that he's there, no matter what. These moments of physical contact might seem ordinary, but they carry immense emotional weight. They reflect his desire to be close to you, to feel connected not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. It's his way of grounding himself in your presence, of making sure you know he's there, not just in body, but in heart and soul. And this kind of touch is more than skin deep. It's about creating a sense of security, trust, and love that words could never fully express. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how he instinctively reaches out to fix your scarf on a chilly day, or how he lightly places his hand on your back when guiding you through a crowded room? These gestures are subtle, almost instinctual, but they're profound. They show his protectiveness, his care, and his deep affection. He's not just making sure you're comfortable, he's making sure you feel cherished and safe. Real love isn't just shown in grand gestures or poetic declarations. It's woven into these small, meaningful moments. When a man loves a woman, his touch is gentle, unhurried, and full of intent. It's his way of saying, "I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere." It's the unspoken promise of presence, of loyalty, of commitment. This is why his touch lingers just a second longer than necessary, because in that brief moment, he's conveying everything his heart feels, but can't always put into words. This kind of physical contact also builds a deeper sense of emotional intimacy. It's not just about the closeness of bodies, but the connection of souls. Every touch is a reaffirmation of his love, a silent reassurance that you are valued and treasured. It's in the way he absent-mindedly plays with your hair when you're deep in conversation, or how he wraps his arms around you from behind as you're cooking dinner. These moments aren't just about being physically close. They're about emotional security, trust, and the comfort of knowing that you're loved just as you are. This is why it hurts when his touch feels distant or absent, because when a man truly loves, his presence is felt even in the smallest of gestures. It's why you feel warmth and safety when his hand finds yours during a movie, or when his knee gently leans against yours under the dinner table. These are the silent love letters he writes to you every day. But here's the thing. Not every man is good at expressing his emotions through words. He may struggle to articulate how much you mean to him or how deeply he cares. But his touch? That's his way of communicating the depths of his affection. His love is felt in the way he hugs you tightly after a long day, the way his fingers gently trace circles on your back when you're feeling anxious, or how he instinctively pulls you closer in his sleep. It's in the quiet, unspoken ways he makes you feel wanted, cherished, and safe. So the next time his hand finds yours, or he wraps you in one of those warm, lingering hugs, pay attention. It's more than just a touch. It's his heart reaching out to yours, a silent promise of love and devotion. He's saying, "You matter to me, I'm here, and I love you," all without saying a word. Understanding this language of love requires paying attention to the small things, the everyday moments that are so easy to overlook. It's about recognizing that love isn't always loud or grandiose. Sometimes, it's the quiet, gentle touch that speaks the loudest. And when a man loves you truly, his touch will always tell you the truth. 2. He listens intently. When a man truly loves you, he listens in a way that makes you feel like the most important person in the room. It's not just about hearing the words you say, it's about understanding the emotions behind them. This kind of listening goes beyond casual nods or polite uh-huhs. It's about presence, about being there with you, fully and completely, even when the world is pulling him in 1,000 different directions. For a man who loves deeply, your words aren't just sounds, they're pieces of your heart. And because of that, he remembers the little things. Not just the big dramatic stories, but the tiny details that matter to you. He remembers how you take your coffee, the story behind your favorite necklace, or the way you light up when talking about your childhood dog. These are the things that seem trivial to others, but mean the world to him because they're a part of you. This kind of listening isn't about problem solving or fixing things. It's about being present. It's about showing you that your thoughts and feelings matter. When you're having a rough day and can't quite find the words, he doesn't rush you or try to force a solution. He sits with you in that silence, giving you the space to be vulnerable. His patience says, "I'm here. Take your time. Your feelings are important." This depth of listening is rare. It's not about waiting for his turn to speak or planning his next response. It's about absorbing your words, reflecting on them, and responding with thoughtfulness. It's the way he asks follow-up questions days later, showing that your words didn't just go in one ear and out the other. They stayed with him. One of the most beautiful things about this kind of listening is how it makes you feel seen. In a world that's constantly noisy and rushed, his quiet attention tells you that you matter. It builds trust, deepens emotional intimacy, and creates a safe space where you can share your heart without fear of judgment. So, if he listens intently, cherishing your words and valuing your voice, know that it's not just politeness, it's love. It's his way of connecting with you on the deepest level, making sure you never feel invisible. And in those moments of quiet attention, he's not just hearing you, he's loving you. 3. He fights with you, not against you. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship. Disagreements arise, tensions build, and emotions can run high. But how a man handles these challenging moments reveals the depth of his love. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't see arguments as battles to win or opportunities to prove he's right. Instead, he views them as chances to grow together, to understand you better, and to strengthen the bond you share. For him, conflicts aren't about his ego or scoring points. They're about bridging the gap between two hearts. He doesn't raise his voice to overpower you or use harsh words to wound you. He speaks with intention, listens with patience, and approaches each disagreement with respect and kindness. He's not interested in tearing you down. He wants to build both of you up. Even in the heat of the moment, his love remains unwavering, and his focus is on finding a resolution that honors both your feelings and his. This doesn't mean he's perfect or that conflicts never get heated, but when emotions run high, he doesn't use your vulnerabilities against you. He doesn't manipulate, belittle, or shut you out. Instead, he leans in, showing a willingness to communicate openly and honestly, even when it's uncomfortable. He acknowledges his own faults and is willing to apologize sincerely, not just to end the argument, but to heal the wound it caused. When a man loves you deeply, he fights for the relationship, not against it. He doesn't walk away or give the silent treatment when things get tough. He stays and works through the discomfort because for him, losing the argument is better than losing you. He's committed to finding common ground, even if it means compromising his pride or adjusting his perspective. It's not about who wins, but about how the two of you can grow stronger together. One of the most telling signs is how he handles misunderstandings. Imagine you've had a rough day and accidentally snap at him. Instead of reacting defensively or retaliating with his own frustrations, he pauses. He sees beyond the surface anger and asks what's really bothering you. He's willing to look past the momentary hurt because he knows your emotions are not the enemy. The real goal isn't to win, but to understand you better, to stand by your side even when you're struggling. His approach to conflict is driven by love, not by a need to control or dominate. He fights with you as a team, not against you as an opponent. His words aren't weapons. They're bridges meant to reconnect when the world tries to pull you apart. And even when he's upset, his respect for you never wavers. He doesn't use past mistakes as ammunition, nor does he throw hurtful words that can't be taken back. He's focused on the issue at hand, not on attacking your character. This kind of conflict resolution requires emotional maturity and deep commitment. It shows that he values you and the relationship more than his ego. He's willing to be vulnerable, to admit when he's wrong, and to forgive when you are. His love isn't conditional on being right. It's built on the foundation of understanding and respect. When a man fights with you, not against you, he's showing you that you're worth the effort, that your relationship is worth navigating the storms together. It's not just about solving the problem. It's about ensuring the relationship grows and thrives through every challenge. This kind of love isn't about avoiding conflict, but about facing it head-on with empathy, patience, and unwavering commitment. So the next time you find yourself in an argument with him, pay attention to how he fights. If he's working to understand you, to bridge the emotional gap, and to find a resolution that honors both your hearts, then you're not fighting against each other. You're fighting for each other, and that is one of the most profound ways a man can show his love. 4. He will stand up for you. When a man truly loves you, he will stand up for you. Not just in grand, dramatic gestures, but in the quiet, everyday moments that reveal his loyalty and commitment. This isn't just about defending you from physical harm or public insults. It's about safeguarding your dignity, your dreams, and your happiness. He protects not only your heart, but also your reputation, your confidence, and your sense of security. His loyalty shows up in the small things. It's in the way he defends your decisions when others question them, even when you're not there to hear it. It's in how he respects your boundaries and ensures others do the same. If someone speaks poorly about you, he doesn't laugh it off or stay silent. He steps in, calmly but firmly, making it clear that disrespect towards you is not tolerated. This isn't about being confrontational or aggressive. It's about setting the standard for how you deserve to be treated, even when you're not around. This kind of protection isn't just reactive, it's proactive. He anticipates situations that might make you uncomfortable or vulnerable and quietly works to minimize them. For example, if he knows you feel anxious in social settings, he stays by your side, offering gentle support without drawing attention to it. When someone tries to diminish your achievements or question your worth, he is the first to remind them, and you, of your value. Not in a boastful way, but with a steady confidence that leaves no room for doubt. Imagine this. You're at a family gathering, and a relative makes a passive-aggressive comment about your career choices, questioning your ambitions. You feel that familiar sting of judgment, the kind that sticks with you long after the conversation ends. Before you even have a chance to respond, he steps in, not aggressively, but with calm assertiveness. He praises your hard work, highlights your successes, and subtly shifts the narrative to a positive light. He doesn't attack the other person, nor does he create unnecessary conflict. Instead, he defends your honor with grace and respect, making it clear that he's on your side. This isn't about controlling the situation or speaking over you. It's about showing unwavering loyalty and making you feel safe, valued, and cherished. It's about proving that no matter what, he's got your back. Even when you're not around to witness it, he's advocating for you, ensuring that your name is spoken with respect. This kind of love doesn't waver when challenged. It grows stronger. It reassures you that you're not alone in facing life's battles, that he's standing beside you, ready to defend and protect the heart he's promised to cherish. But standing up for you isn't just about defending you from others. It's also about helping you stand up to your own doubts and fears. He encourages you when you're uncertain, reminds you of your worth when you feel inadequate, and lifts you up when you're feeling down. He's the quiet voice of encouragement when you're too tired to believe in yourself, and the steady support that gives you the courage to chase your dreams. A man who truly loves you stands up for you because he believes in you. He sees your strength even when you feel weak. He admires your courage even when you're afraid, and he fights for your happiness because, to him, your joy is his own. His protection isn't about power or control. It's about love, loyalty, and respect. This unwavering loyalty creates a safe space where you can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. It builds a foundation of trust that withstands challenges, doubts, and insecurities. It's in this safety that love grows, flourishes, and deepens. It's where you find the courage to be your authentic self, knowing that you are loved, respected, and fiercely protected. So, if he stands up for you, not just in public, but also in private, not just against others, but also against your own self-doubt, know that this is one of the most powerful ways he can show his love. He's not just fighting for you, he's fighting for the life you're building together, and that is a love worth holding on to. 5. He finds you beautiful always. When a man truly loves you, his perception of your beauty goes beyond the surface. It's not just about the way you look when you're all dressed up, wearing makeup, or posing for pictures. For him, your beauty isn't defined by hairstyles, designer clothes, or perfect makeup. It's something far more profound, something that radiates from within and never fades with time. He sees your beauty in every version of you, even on days when you don't see it in yourself. To him, you're breathtaking even when you're wearing sweatpants with messy hair, lounging on the couch, or simply being yourself. It's the way your eyes light up when you're passionate about something, the way your laughter fills the room with warmth, and the kindness that flows naturally from your heart. These are the qualities that truly captivate him, the things that make his heart skip a beat no matter how many years have passed. On days when you feel insecure, when you look in the mirror and doubt your own worth, he's still there, unwavering in his admiration. It doesn't matter to him if you feel unattractive, tired, or imperfect. His love isn't conditional on how you look or how you feel about yourself. It's rooted in something much deeper, a genuine appreciation for who you are, inside and out. This kind of love sees beyond the physical. It's not just about what his eyes can see, but about how his heart feels when he's around you. He doesn't just notice your appearance. He notices your essence. He sees your strength in moments of struggle, your vulnerability when you open up to him, and the courage it takes to keep going, even when life gets tough. Think about it. He notices the way you quietly care for others, the way you listen without judgment, and the way you show compassion, even on days when you're feeling low. To him, this kindness is more captivating than any physical feature. He admires the way you handle challenges, your perseverance, and your unwavering loyalty to those you love. These are the things that make you beautiful to him, no matter what you're wearing or how you look. Imagine this. It's a lazy Sunday morning. You're wearing an old t-shirt, hair tousled from sleep, no makeup in sight. You're sipping coffee and reading a book, completely lost in your own world. You're not trying to impress anyone. Yet, when he looks at you, his eyes are full of love and admiration. To him, you're the most beautiful woman he's ever seen, not because of how you look, but because of who you are. In that unguarded moment, he sees you at your most authentic, and it takes his breath away. This isn't just physical attraction, it's a soul-deep connection. It's the way his heart feels when he sees you being unapologetically yourself. He doesn't love you despite your imperfections. He loves you because of them. He loves the way you embrace your flaws and the way you carry yourself with courage and grace. Your imperfections don't diminish your beauty to him. They enhance it because they make you real. This kind of love is rare and precious. It doesn't fade with time or change with circumstances. Even as you grow older, even as your appearance changes, his admiration for you remains constant. He continues to find you beautiful, not because of your physical attributes, but because of your heart, your spirit, and the way you live your life. If you're with a man who sees you this way, never doubt his love. He's not just infatuated with how you look today, he's in love with the person you are and the soul that shines through every version of you. In his eyes, you are beautiful, always and forever, and that is a love worth holding on to. 6. He changes his mind for you. When a man truly loves you, his willingness to change his mind isn't about being indecisive or easily swayed. It's about valuing your happiness more than his own preferences. It's about putting your needs above his immediate wants, not because he has to, but because he genuinely wants to see you smile. This isn't about losing himself or being passive. It's about making a conscious choice to prioritize your happiness, because for him, your joy is worth every little sacrifice. Men are often labeled as stubborn or rigid, creatures of habit who dislike change. They have their routines, favorite activities, and strong opinions. But when a man is deeply in love, something powerful happens. He becomes flexible, adaptable, and willing to step out of his comfort zone. Not because he's trying to impress you, but because he cares more about making you happy than sticking to his own preferences. This willingness to compromise is one of the clearest signs of his love and commitment. Imagine this. He's been looking forward to his favorite band's concert for months. It's the kind of event he's talked about non-stop, even planning his outfit and counting down the days. But on the day of the concert, you're feeling unwell, exhausted, or simply not in the mood to go. Without hesitation, he decides to skip the event. No complaints, no guilt trips, Not because he's not excited about the concert, but because, in that moment, your well-being matters more than any band. He chooses to stay with you, bringing you tea, comforting you, and making you feel loved and cared for. This isn't about grand sacrifices or dramatic gestures. It's about the little choices he makes every day, the ones that show you how much he truly values you. It's about watching a romantic comedy instead of an action movie because he knows you've had a rough day and need a good laugh. It's about choosing to spend a Sunday afternoon helping you with your errands instead of playing video games with his friends. These may seem like insignificant actions, but they are powerful expressions of his love and commitment. When a man changes his mind for you, it's not about being weak or spineless. It's about being strong enough to prioritize your relationship. It's about recognizing that love isn't just about getting his way. It's about creating shared experiences, memories, and moments of joy. He's not keeping score, and he's not expecting you to return the favor. He finds fulfillment in seeing you happy, in knowing that his choices contribute to the well-being of your relationship. This kind of love isn't passive. It's intentional and purposeful. It's about consciously choosing to build a life with you, one where both of your needs are met and both of your dreams are valued. He's not just compromising, he's creating harmony. He's showing you that you're not just someone he cares about. You're someone he's willing to grow with, someone he's willing to adjust his life for. A man who changes his mind for you isn't weak. He's brave enough to be vulnerable, flexible enough to adapt, and strong enough to prioritize your relationship over his ego. He's showing you that love isn't about rigid expectations or strict boundaries. It's about evolving together, finding common ground, and choosing each other, even when it's inconvenient. If you're with a man who changes his plans, preferences, or routines for you, appreciate the depth of his love. It's easy to think of compromise as a loss, but in love, it's the ultimate victory. It's a sign that he sees you as his partner, his teammate, his equal. It's his way of saying, I choose you every day, in every little way. This willingness to change isn't about losing himself or his identity. It's about building a life with you, a life that's richer, deeper, and more meaningful because it's built on love, respect, and mutual understanding. When a man changes his mind for you, he's not just making a choice, he's making a commitment. And that's one of the most beautiful ways he can show his love. 7. He feels your pain when you're hurting. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't just witness your pain, he feels it with you. It's not just about offering sympathy or saying the right words. It's about being emotionally present and sharing the weight of your burdens. He doesn't just see your tears, he feels the ache behind them. He doesn't just listen to your worries, he absorbs the anxiety that comes with them. This is not mere empathy, it's emotional connection on the deepest level. This kind of love goes beyond surface-level understanding. He's not just trying to comfort you or make you feel better temporarily. He genuinely wants to ease your suffering because your happiness and well-being are intertwined with his own. He feels your pain as if it were his own, and he stands beside you through the darkest moments, not because he has to, but because he can't imagine being anywhere else. Think about it. When you're struggling with stress, grief, or overwhelming uncertainty, he doesn't just tell you to stay strong or it'll be okay. Instead, he sits with you in the silence, holding your hand, giving you the space to feel whatever you need to feel. He doesn't rush to fix things or offer quick solutions. He knows that sometimes the most powerful way to support someone is to simply be there, fully present and emotionally available. This emotional connection isn't about pity or obligation. It's about truly understanding what you're going through and standing by your side, even when he can't change the situation. It's in the way he notices the subtle changes in your demeanor, the way your smile doesn't reach your eyes, or the heaviness in your voice when you're trying to be strong. He picks up on the unspoken pain, the struggles you don't always have the words to express. And when he sees that you're hurting, he doesn't back away or become distant. He leans in, offering comfort, not just with his words, but with his presence. This depth of love is rare because it requires vulnerability. It means feeling your pain even when it's uncomfortable, even when it weighs on his own heart. But he does it willingly because your happiness matters to him more than his own comfort. He understands that love isn't just about sharing the good times. It's about weathering the storms together, even when the skies are darkest. Imagine this. You've had a long, exhausting day. Everything feels heavy, and you're on the verge of breaking down. You try to hide it, forcing a smile and pretending everything's fine. But he sees through it. He notices the fatigue in your eyes, the tension in your shoulders, and the way your voice falters when you try to be cheerful. He doesn't push you to explain or demand that you snap out of it. Instead, he wraps his arms around you, holds you close, and lets you rest your head on his shoulder. He doesn't say anything because he knows words aren't necessary. His embrace is his way of saying, "I'm here. You don't have to carry this alone." This isn't just about being supportive, it's about emotional partnership. He doesn't just walk beside you when life is easy. He stands with you when everything feels like it's falling apart. He becomes your anchor, grounding you when the world feels unsteady. He doesn't minimize your pain or dismiss your struggles. He acknowledges them, respects them, and faces them with you. A man who feels your pain isn't just being compassionate. He's showing you that your emotions matter, that your fears and sorrows are valid, and that you are never alone in your suffering. He doesn't just offer his words, he offers his heart. His love is not just present in the joyful moments, but in the dark, heavy ones too. And in those moments, his quiet presence speaks louder than any words ever could. This depth of emotional connection builds trust and intimacy that goes beyond romance. It creates a safe space where you can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. It allows you to share your darkest fears, your biggest insecurities, and your deepest sorrows, knowing that he will not only listen, but feel them with you. This is where love becomes a refuge, a place where you are safe to be your truest self. When a man loves you like this, it's not just about being there during the happy times. It's about standing by you through the pain, sharing the burdens, and facing life's struggles together. It's about loving you at your worst, just as fiercely as he loves you at your best. It's about seeing you, not just the smiling, strong version of you, but the fragile, hurting version too, and choosing to stay, to hold you close, and to walk through the darkness with you. This is a love that doesn't waver, a love that sees your pain and chooses to stand by your side. It's a love that feels with you, cries with you, and hopes with you. And when you find a man who loves you like this, hold on to him, because this is the kind of love that lasts a lifetime. 8. He values your advice. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't just listen to your words, he seeks them out. It's not just about nodding along or pretending to care, it's about genuinely valuing your perspective and trusting your insight. This isn't just a sign of respect, it's a reflection of how deeply he appreciates who you are as a person. Your thoughts matter to him because you matter to him. For him, your advice isn't just an opinion, it's a glimpse into your wisdom, shaped by your experiences, values, and understanding of the world. He doesn't come to you because he's incapable of making decisions. He comes to you because he respects your mind, admires your perspective, and trusts your judgment. Whether he's facing a tough choice at work, navigating family dynamics, or even debating which investment to make, he genuinely wants to know what you think. And it's not just about hearing you out, it's about letting your voice influence his decisions, because he knows that you always have his best interests at heart. This kind of respect goes beyond superficial admiration. It's not about him looking up to you or feeling inferior. It's about seeing you as an equal, as a partner whose thoughts and feelings carry as much weight as his own. When he values your advice, he's showing you that he doesn't just love you, he respects you. And respect is the foundation of any meaningful, lasting relationship. Think about this. He's been offered a promotion at work, one that comes with a bigger paycheck, but also more stress and less time at home. He's excited, but also anxious about the impact it might have on your relationship. Instead of making the decision alone, he sits down with you, opens up about his fears and hopes, and asks for your thoughts. He genuinely wants to know what you think because your opinion isn't just important, it's crucial. He trusts you to see beyond the paycheck and to consider how this change will affect not only his career, but also your life together. This isn't about him being indecisive. It's about him wanting to make a choice that honors both of you. He's not just thinking about his future, he's thinking about your shared future. And in seeking your guidance, he's showing you that he values your wisdom as much as his own ambition. But his respect for your advice isn't limited to the big decisions. It's in the little things, too. It's in the way he asks for your opinion when choosing a gift for his mother, knowing that you'll pick out something thoughtful and meaningful. It's in how he values your insight on social dynamics, trusting your intuition about people's intentions. It's even in how he consults you when planning vacations, because your happiness matters just as much as his own. This isn't just about him wanting to please you. It's about him recognizing that your perspective enriches his life, makes him a better man, and helps him grow. He sees you not only as his partner, but as his equal, his confidant, and his trusted advisor. And this kind of love goes beyond attraction or infatuation. It's rooted in a deep respect for who you are, not just as a woman, but as a person with her own dreams, values, and experiences. When a man values your advice, he's showing you that he doesn't just love your presence, he loves your mind. He's not just looking at your beauty or laughing at your jokes. He's listening to your ideas, reflecting on your words, and letting your wisdom guide his choices. This is the kind of love that builds a partnership, a life, and a legacy. It's the kind of love that respects your voice, honors your insight, and cherishes your guidance. So the next time he asks for your opinion, whether it's about his career, his family, or even what to make for dinner, know that it's more than just a question. It's his way of saying, I trust you, I respect you, and I need you by my side. When a man loves you enough to value your advice, he's not just listening, he's choosing to grow with you, to learn from you, and to build a future together where both of your voices are heard and cherished. And that's the kind of love worth holding on to. 9. He enjoys being close to you. Being close to you isn't just about physical proximity, it's about emotional intimacy. It's about finding peace and comfort simply by being near you. For him, closeness isn't just about touch. It's about the unspoken connection that exists between two souls who truly understand each other. He doesn't need grand gestures or dramatic declarations. Just sitting next to you, feeling your presence, and knowing you're there is enough to fill his heart with contentment. This closeness is about the small, quiet moments that often go unnoticed. It's in the way he leans in to listen to you, even when you're talking about the most mundane things. It's in the way his hand naturally finds yours as you walk down the street, not for show, but simply because it feels right. It's in how he sits next to you on the couch, not because he has to, but because he wants to feel that subtle connection, that warmth that only you can provide. This emotional closeness isn't about neediness or dependence. It's about feeling at home when he's with you. In a world full of chaos and noise, you are his sanctuary. When he's near you, everything else seems to fade away. Stress melts, worries disappear, and all that matters is the quiet, peaceful presence you bring to his life. It's not about talking or doing something exciting. It's about simply being, sharing space, sharing energy, sharing love. Imagine this. It's late at night, and you're both exhausted from a long day. There's no romantic candlelight or grand speech about love. Instead, he sits close to you, his shoulder brushing yours as you watch TV together. There's no conversation, just the quiet hum of the show and the soft rhythm of your breathing. To him, this moment is perfect. It's not about the activity, but the comfort of your presence. He doesn't need to impress you or entertain you. He just wants to be close to you, to feel your warmth and know that in this moment, everything is exactly as it should be. This kind of closeness is about emotional safety. It's about knowing he can be himself without judgment or expectation. With you, he doesn't have to pretend to be stronger, braver, or happier than he really is. He can just be. You give him the freedom to feel vulnerable, to share his fears and insecurities without fear of rejection. In this safe space, love grows deeper and more meaningful because it's rooted in authenticity and acceptance. His desire to be close to you isn't just about physical attraction. It's about feeling understood, supported, and truly seen. It's about the emotional refuge you provide, a place where he can escape the pressures of the world and simply be the man he is, flaws and all. When he sits close to you, holds your hand, or leans in just a little bit more, he's not just seeking comfort, he's seeking connection. He's saying, without words, "You are my safe place." If you're with a man who finds peace in your presence, who feels at home when he's close to you, know that his love is deep and genuine. He's not just in love with your beauty or charm, he's in love with the way you make him feel. In your closeness, he finds a sense of belonging, a feeling of completeness that no one else can give him. This is the kind of love that lasts, the kind of connection that doesn't fade with time, but grows stronger with every shared moment. 10. He will do anything for you. When a man truly loves a woman, his dedication knows no bounds. It's not about grand romantic gestures or dramatic sacrifices. It's about the quiet, unwavering commitment that drives him to be there for you through every joy and every challenge. His love isn't just an emotion, it's an action, a series of choices that put your happiness above his own comfort. This isn't about him losing himself or sacrificing his identity. It's about his willingness to prioritize you because he sees your dreams, your needs, and your happiness as part of his own. Whether it's showing up at your door with soup when you're sick, staying up late to comfort you after a tough day, or even changing his plans to support your goals, he does it without hesitation. Not because he feels obligated, but because he genuinely wants to see you smile. His love is consistent and steadfast, even when life gets complicated. When challenges arise, he doesn't run or shut down. Instead, he stands by you, ready to face the storm together. He becomes your safe place, your emotional anchor, the one who quietly whispers, "No matter what, I'm here." This type of love isn't conditional or fleeting. It's a commitment to endure every high and low, every triumph and failure without wavering. Imagine this. You're overwhelmed with a personal crisis, feeling lost and vulnerable. Without you even asking, he drops everything to be by your side. He listens without judgment, holds you without expectation, and reassures you without empty promises. He doesn't try to fix everything, but makes sure you never feel alone in your pain. His presence is his promise, his loyalty is his comfort, and his love is his strength. This kind of devotion isn't about dramatic sacrifices or heroic gestures. It's about showing up, consistently, quietly, and wholeheartedly. It's about doing whatever it takes to make sure you feel loved, safe, and valued. It's not about what he does. It's about why he does it. Because to him, your happiness isn't just important, it's essential. A man who loves you this way isn't just a romantic partner. He's your teammate, your ally, your rock. He's the one who chooses you every day, not because it's easy, but because he can't imagine life without you. His love is selfless, yet deeply personal, gentle, yet fiercely protective. It's the kind of love that doesn't just say, "I love you," but shows it in every action, every sacrifice, and every choice he makes. When a man will do anything for you, It's not about him losing himself. It's about finding himself in the life you're building together. It's about creating a future where your dreams, your struggles, and your happiness are just as important to him as his own. And that's a love worth cherishing, fighting for, and never letting go. 11. He fights for you, not against you. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't see you as someone to control or dominate. He sees you as someone to protect, to cherish, and to support fiercely. His love isn't about asserting power or claiming ownership. It's about nurturing a safe and secure space where both of you can grow together. He fights for you, not against you, and that makes all the difference. This doesn't mean he's perfect or that conflicts never happen. Every relationship has its disagreements and challenges, but when arguments arise, he doesn't see them as battles to win or opportunities to prove he's right. Instead, he sees them as moments to understand you better, to bridge the emotional gap, and to strengthen the bond between you. He doesn't raise his voice to overpower you or use harsh words to hurt you. Even when he's upset, his respect for you never wavers. He listens to your perspective with patience, responds with empathy, and speaks with the intention of healing, not hurting. His desire to fight for you is about protecting your emotional well-being. He stands up for you when others criticize or disrespect you, not because he feels possessive, but because he values your dignity and self-worth. He doesn't let negative influences interfere with your relationship and actively works to create a safe, nurturing environment where you feel loved, valued, and understood. Imagine this. You're at a family gathering, and someone makes a passive-aggressive comment about your choices in life. It stings, leaving you feeling small and defensive. But before you can even respond, he steps in, not aggressively, but with calm, firm support. He subtly redirects the conversation, turning the focus to your strengths and accomplishments. He doesn't attack the other person or create unnecessary drama. Instead, he quietly reinforces your worth, showing you that he's on your side. It's not about winning an argument, it's about protecting your heart. His commitment to fight for you also means standing by you through life's toughest challenges. He's not just there for the good times, he's present during the storms too. When you're struggling with self-doubt, insecurity, or fear, he doesn't dismiss your feelings or tell you to get over it. He stands beside you, offering encouragement, comfort, and unwavering support. He becomes your safe place, the one who faces the world with you, hand in hand. But his loyalty isn't just about shielding you from external threats. It's also about helping you stand strong against your own inner demons. He doesn't let you spiral into self-criticism or give up on your dreams. He reminds you of your worth, your strength, and your potential, fighting for the best version of you, even when you can't see it yourself. This kind of love isn't about control or dominance. It's about partnership and protection. He's not fighting for his ego or to be the hero. He's fighting to build a life with you, to ensure that your love story is safe from anything that might try to tear it apart. His commitment is steady, his loyalty unwavering, and his love fiercely protective. When a man fights for you, not against you, he's showing you that he values the relationship more than his pride. He's choosing to protect your heart, your happiness, and your future together, and that's a love worth fighting for. Love is a journey of choosing each other every single day. It's not about perfection, but about showing up, caring deeply, and growing together. If you have this love, cherish it fiercely. If you're waiting for it, keep your heart open. Beautiful things happen when you least expect them. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Share your thoughts below, hold on to love with everything you have, and believe that the right love will find you. See you in the next video.